I'm a little bit nervous, but let's go.
If you don't know where to go next, Thailand is just the right answer. I mean, it's affordable, welcoming, rich in culture, full of colors, flavors, and beautiful chaos, and yet somehow also deeply peaceful when you need it to be. So I went on a 6 days, 5 nights solo trip in April 2025 with a pretty realistic itinerary that balances the newest, most hyped spots in Thailand right now while still paying tribute to the classic must-visit places that never get old. So I landed in Bangkok at 6 p.m. and went straight to check-in at the hotel in the heart of Bangkok. After freshening up, I got ready for a night walk, and the first stop is Asiatique. Asiatique is an open-air night market by the Chao Phraya River. This place has a total of 5 with fairy lights, live music, and the slow, dreamy spin of a giant Ferris wheel that overlooks the city skyline. Then, I had a tom yum at this crowded restaurant. I'm not sure if it was a tourist trap or genuinely good, but it was my first bowl of real Thai tom yum in Thailand. Spicy, sour, and so comforting after a flight. I think this tom yum is good. And don't forget that Thai tea in Thailand is a must. Later, I just sat by the river watching boats pass and feeling the hum of the city all around me. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there are also a ton of fashion and clothing shops here. Really cute stuff, but honestly the prices are a bit high. On my way out, I stumbled across the cutest little chibi art stall. They actually do commissions, so they can draw you in their adorable style. After coming back from Asiatique, I had this sudden urge to go to 7-Eleven for snacks. And shout out to that girl on TikTok who shared the sausage on spinach cheese hack. It's actually mind-blowing, so you have to try it. Makaann! I decided to start my day 2 in Thailand early, and here's my day 2 fit check. I walked from my hotel and wandered into a small Chinese restaurant filled with locals and tourists, and I sat down without hesitation and ordered dark rice. This place wasn't even part of my original list, but honestly, it turned out to be super yummy. The skin was crispy, the meat was tender, and the rice soaked up all the flavorful sauce perfectly. That's part of the fun. Traveling solo means you get full of freedom. Next, I stopped by Event Boy to do some makeup shopping. It's a dangerous move because before I even realized, my basket was full and it was only the second morning. This is that moment when you need self-control or your money will disappear. Then I headed to Platinum Mall, which is basically a shopping paradise if you love fashion and creativity. I didn't plan to shop much though, since I still had a packed day ahead. After that, I stopped by for dessert at a must-visit cafe after you. Of course, I had to get their famous milk buns. They literally melted in my mouth. Pure happiness. I also tried their milk tea, which was Earl Grey milk tea, and it was the perfect combo. Then came one of the best parts of the day at Siam Square, where I stumbled upon a shop called First Aid Kiss. At first, I was drawn by a quirky inhaler shaped like a vape. But then I noticed a group doing an inhaler workshop, so I just jumped in. Imagine having your own personalized inhaler by choosing your own spices and scents. And by that, my inhaler will be a true one-of-one in the world. And when I asked about the price, I ended up joining a perfume making session too, because I got to create my own signature scent. It was peaceful and fun. You should try it too by yourself. Afterwards, I explored more of Siam Square, checking out shops like Gentlewoman, Lady and the Muscle Academy, and Frey. If you're into local Thai Gen Z fashion, this is your spot. The prices are still super reasonable too, and everything is just so cute. There's even a 3-floor pop mart here. Then, I went back to the hotel to freshen up. And for sunset, I went to Benchakitti Park to see the clear skies, high rises, the lake, and people jogging or just watching the sunset. Time just slows down here. I just sat there for a while for people watching, feeling the warm breeze, and realizing how beautiful simple moments can be when you travel solo. After After that, I went straight to Polo Fried Chicken, which is your typical onion fried chicken. Juicy meat, flavorful onion, and spicy sambal. It was really good, you should try it. But the minimum order was half chicken, not ideal when you travel solo. Makaann! And to end this long day, I went to 2 hours Thai massage and I suddenly felt reborn. A trip to Thailand isn't complete without visiting a temple, so today I will go to Wat Arun. I decided to dress up in Thai traditional clothing, full princess mode, complete with hairstyling. But the makeup was pricey here, so I did it myself using this stuff I bought yesterday from event booth. I booked my outfit through Klook, and when I arrived, the first step was choosing the color of the skirt. So many beautiful options, but I ended up picking this warm pink one. Then they paired it with the top, outer layer, and accessories. After the hairdo, here's the final look. A Thai princess ready to explore Wat Arun. I took a lot of photos and also walked around reading up the history of Wat Arun. It felt like stepping into the past. Wat Arun, also known as the Temple of Dawn, is one of the most iconic landmarks in Bangkok. It sits peacefully on the west bank of the Chao Phraya River and its tall central tower reaching into the sky, decorated with thousands of pieces of Chinese porcelain that shimmer in the sunlight. Today, Wat Arun still functions as working Buddhist temple, so you will see monks going about their routines and quiet moments of prayer and reflection happening around the grounds. After that, I headed back to the hotel, checked out, and took a Grab to Mochit bus station for a 4-hour journey to Khao Yai. The scenery slowly changed from the city life to peaceful countryside. But there's no direct transport to Khao Yai, so I stopped in Pak Chong, which is the nearest city, and got picked up by someone from my hotel, and he was super kind. I will tell you the detail about my Khao Yai trip in the next videos, so wait for it. My stay in Khao Yai was this place called Chateau de Khaoyai, and the name truly says it all. It felt like stepping into a European fairy tale. The property is expansive with multiple elegant buildings scattered across quiet green hills. Because of its size, guests are transported by buggy. I arrived in the evening and the entire place felt like incredibly serene. I barely saw another soul and it was like having a castle all to myself. After settling into my beautiful room, I grabbed a bike and set off to explore. The air was cool, the sky a gentle shade of dust, and the roads were super peaceful. No plans, no rush, just me, the bike, and the quiet magic of the charted grounds. I woke up to bird song and stepped out onto my balcony to greet the people of my castle. Just kidding, but seriously, look at this view. Bless my eyes and soul. And I felt like moving a bit this morning, so I hopped on my bicycle again and rode to 7-Eleven to stock up on snacks for the night. And this was the view along the way. Right after that, I had breakfast at the hotel restaurant. Nothing fancy, just your typical hotel breakfast, but it did the job. Then I went for the most peaceful solo swim ever in the hotel swimming pool. Honestly, have you ever felt like a little anxious just because there's literally no one around? That's how I felt. But I didn't care. When else will I have a castle all to myself?
Well, let's not lose any time. You must learn. But how?
That afternoon, I fully embraced slow living. I rewatched The Sound of Music, snacking, and then I took a nap. Life was really, really good. And in the late afternoon, I rented a car and explored more of Khao Yai. The first stop is Hokkaido Flower Park. On the way there, my driver gently tried to lower my expectations by saying the flowers might not look as good as in the pictures because of the season. But I was still blown away anyway. The colors, the stillness, the open space, it felt like a dream. Since it's summer, most of the flowers were seasonal varieties like this. If you want to see even more blooms, the best time to visit is winter, which is around November to February. Next, I went to Primo Piazza, a charming Italian-inspired village where you can feed sheep and alpacas. There are restaurants, cafe, an ice cream shop, and a little merch store. The buildings were really pretty, though the place was smaller than I expected. It was so quiet, and this was the moment I started to feel a little lonely because I traveled solo. But instead of letting it get to me, I choose to romanticize the solitude. Is it serene or sad? I will let you decide it. I closed the day at Midwinter, a spot famous for its views and atmosphere. They have an indoor area and bar, but the real charm is in the outdoor section. It opens up to a wide stretch of grass and greenery. Beautiful. I recommend coming here early for dinner so you can catch the dusk. And for the dinner itself, I ordered Australian Wagyu with fried rice. Makaann! My honest review to this menu is the beef, chef's kiss, but the rice, meh. But the overall vibe of this restaurant is impeccable. The sky, the live music, the architecture, absolutely dreamy. After that, I just went back to the hotel and have a good night. Okay, it's day 5 already. My plan was to wake up early and visit a beautiful cafe near my old town, Khao Yai. But I was so exhausted, so I woke up at 9 and I had breakfast at the hotel instead. But look at this view. Lakeside breakfast, still a win. Makaann! You have to hear this. Surreal. After I checked out, I returned to Bangkok by a minivan. They dropped me at BTS Mochut station, then I took a grab to my next hotel, The Ordinary Bangkok. And my first stop after coming back is souvenir shopping at Big C. You can find everything here, and I wish I could have bought more, but I only brought a small suitcase, so I had to be mindful. Next, I crossed the street and headed to Central World. Since I came right after Songkran, the festival was still going on and it looked so fun and lively. And then I finally got to try Thong Smith's famous beef bowl. And honestly, this was another one of those moments I wish I wasn't alone because I really wanted to try both of the chai and soup versions. In the end, I went with the soup and no words, just try it. Makaann! I didn't order any drink from Thong Smith because I want to try this milk tea because they say this is the best and I think yeah. Then I headed to Ari Neighborhood to buy myself a birthday cake and I found the perfect one at Bay Ari. I swear to God, this is one of the best and the most delicious cake I've ever had in my life. Our neighborhood is now one of Bangkok's trendiest areas, known for its stylish cafes, cozy bars, and lively crowds. I really wanted to do some cafe hopping, but I was full and tired, so I promised myself I'd come back another time to explore more of what this charming area has to offer. And I just continued my night to Bangsue Market instead. It's a multi-floor vintage market. The first floor is antiques and religious items, the second floor is vintage chandeliers, and the third is thrift clothes. The selection was really diverse with all kinds of styles and even brands like Carhartt and Dickies. But most of the sizes were Asian sizing, which means they run quite small. I went here because of TikTok and they say thrifting here is super cheap, but honestly, I didn't find the prices that low. For some branded items, the prices were almost like buying them new. So I ended up not getting anything here. And the night didn't end there. I headed to Chatuchak night market, one of the most famous markets in Bangkok, known for everything from street food, fashion, to handmade craft and quirky souvenirs. I think it's a must visit for anyone coming to the city. Naturally, I went straight for the classic mango sticky rice, sweet, sticky, and absolutely perfect. After that, I made one last stop at Platinum Mall to grab some last-minute souvenirs before wrapping up the day. And the day has changed, and happy birthday to myself! This is the first time ever I celebrate my birthday alone and in another country. Just me, a little candle, and a quiet thank you to myself. The gift from me to myself is this whole trip, so I didn't buy anything special because this trip is very special to me and very memorable. On my last day, I checked out early and headed straight to the airport for my morning flight. I had a long layover in Singapore, so I made the most of it with a birthday unagi lunch. The unagi melted in my mouth. It felt fancy, indulgent, the perfect treat for myself. Though honestly, the real gift itself was this entire trip, of course. Flying back to Jakarta, I found myself reflecting on everything I'd seen, felt, and learned. Traveling solo is fun, but it's not always easy because you really have to rely on yourself for everything. Still, I think everyone should try it at least once in their lifetime. I will share more about that in another video, so please wait for it. And surprisingly, when I got back to Jakarta for 6 days alone, I was welcomed with a birthday surprise from my loved one. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!